What's going on, family? It's Eleanor, your favorite emotionally unavailable YouTuber, back for another triggering video. Like, share, and subscribe for more dismissive, avoidant content. Getting right into today's video, how I feel when you block me as someone with a dismissive, avoidant attachment style. Getting right into today's video, initially, I feel relieved. There's the initial, oh, okay. But I feel relieved, you know? You did the work for me. I hate to say it, I don't have to be the bad guy. You did it for me, I didn't have to deliver the news that I wasn't interested or that this wasn't working out, because, and I'm going to get into this a little bit later in this video, but when I've been blocked, number one, I wasn't surprised. And number two, it's not as if I too was not already pulling away. But we'll get into that in a second. I don't have to be the bad guy. You've already done it. I also understand instantly that I no longer have to explain myself to this person. I no longer have to feel any pressure to respond to this individual, right? There's a lot of comfort in becoming independent again and having a lot of autonomy and not having to worry about this other individual, Also, for me, and I've mentioned this in plenty of other videos, especially in my no contact ones, which you can check the playlist for that, is blocking makes separation clean and final for me. When you block me, it's final. There's nothing else to think about. When I block you, it's final. There's nothing left to say. It's done. It's complete. It closes any type of casual re-entry. So for me, blocking is two ways. It's a boundary for you and for me, regardless of who set the blocking. So there's no casual re-entry after that. There's no, hey, how you doing? What's going on? There's none of that. There's no future testing of the waters. The door is permanently closed. As far as the idea that there's this major blow to my ego, I don't necessarily know that that's true. There's not anybody who's blocked me that I was interested in romantically that I really had seriously emotionally invested in. There's nobody that's blocked me that I was interested in romantically that when they did that, I was devastated and it really shook me and it had me spiraling. That's not the case. The people that I was in love with, the men that I cared about deeply, they don't block me. They're not trying to block me. Quite the opposite. They're trying to gain access still years later after the fact. That's not a thing. But if you want to talk about any ego pings to my ego or wounds to my ego, it's more of a, oh, they cut me off before I cut them off, if I even feel like that, which goes to prove that it's not emotional, it's ego based when I feel any type of way about being blocked. It's highly unlikely that I was blocked again and I was not already pulling away. It's highly unlikely that I was blocked by somebody, even if it's an associate or a friend or somebody like that, where I didn't feel this person pulling away. I don't feel like blocking is ever out of the blue. I guess you'll let me know in the comment section whether or not that's the case, but I've never felt like when I've been blocked or when I've had to block someone, it was coming out of the blue. So there's that. And again, and I have mentioned this in another video, if I've blocked you out of the blue or you felt that way, it's because I didn't care that much. And here I am explaining it's because it was never that serious. So anyway, then you get into when you've blocked me. The acceptance and the indifference part. Okay, they've closed the door. It's final. Again, blocking is very final. It's very clean. There's no loose ends. When you block me, there's no being friends after that. You know what I mean? I'm not going to ask to be friends. You clearly can't ask to be my friend. Why would my friend block me? We don't do that. So this is over. There's nothing left to analyze. There's nothing left to think about. For me, it's not up for discussion. Why would I try to reach out and discuss? Or why would I try to rekindle a relationship or keep the lines of communication open when somebody's put up such a harsh boundary as far as communication? Blocking is no communication. I don't want to see you. I don't want to hear from you. I don't even want to receive messages from someone. You know what I'm saying? It's not a game, because I don't block someone and then unblock them. That's not a thing for me. So anyway, for me, when you block me, and even when I block you, which I've spoken about in, any of my videos where I speak about closure at all, when somebody does the blocking, whether it is I or whether it is you, closure has been given. The relationship, communication, seeing this person, contact in any form or fashion is over, permanently done. Put a fork in it. Boom. Over. That's it. I also don't feel like, and again, this goes back into not being very emotionally invested, having already decided to pull away, not being shocked that this person is making this particular move, right? Because I can also sense when you're pulling away also. I'm not blind to that fact. I don't feel like I lost anything. I don't feel like I lost anything. I feel like this person lost me, to be quite honest. And I know how I know exactly how that sounds, and I know exactly how that comes off. But I've already explained that the people that care about me, the people that I care about the most, they're not blocking me. We don't have nasty endings like that. And then I just move into dismissing the connection, you know? Like I said, it wasn't that serious. I wasn't emotionally invested. This person was already pulling away. I was already pulling away. The only thing that's making me mad is the fact that they blocked me before I could block them. That's it. Not that deep. I hate to say it. And then you roll right into, proof that it was not that significant. This proves that it wasn't that serious, or I'd feel more effective. If you blocked me and I really cared about you, I would be hurt. I would accept the blocking. I wouldn't reach out. Again, drop plenty of videos on that. Check the playlist, like, share, and subscribe. But I would be hurt. I would accept the closure. I would move on. I'm not hurt when people block me. I'm just like, okay, that chapter's done. I don't have to respond to them. It's just time to move on. Reassurance, my feelings or the lack thereof for this particular person or for this situation was correct. There was a reason why I wasn't overly investing in this particular individual. There's a reason why I wasn't overly sharing with this particular individual. And then validation that I kept my distance for good reason, as I kind of explained. So for me, what I think when you block me is, the initial relief. I don't have to be the bad guy. I don't have to respond or explain. Blocking makes the separation easy, clean, and final, and closes any future options for you to test the waters with me. As far as my ego being hurt, there's a chance, it's like there's a 40-60 chance, 40% being that I would feel bothered that you cut me off before I had the opportunity to do it. But most of the people that I care about deeply have not attempted to block me. Not at all. Just the opposite. And then acceptance. This is over. There's nothing left to analyze. There's closure in being blocked. It's final. There's no communication. The situation is over. Dismissing the connection. It was never that serious. I didn't lose anything. They lost me. They're missing out, right? And then, the proof of the non-significance. This proves it wasn't that serious or I'd feel more affected. Reassurance that my feelings or lack thereof were accurate, and validation that I kept my distance for good reason. Like, share, and subscribe. Let's keep the conversation going down below in the comment section. Find me on Instagram. Book me for a one-on-one on the situation with the dismissive avoidant in your life. Check out the playlist. Check out my other content. And family, I will be tapping in with you very soon. Thank you for your time. Keep it real.